We have got a really fabulous training for you all tonight. Beth and I have been working on this recruiting system for a couple of years, and we have gone back and done some revisions that we think are really going to make it even better. And we have a whole new type of opportunity event that we're going to share with you all at the end of the training that we want you all to be able to invite your customers to. So let me know when you see my screen.
Not quite. Now we can see it.
Awesome. There we go. So Beth and I are going to do what we usually do. We're going to kind of tag team this. So I'm Marika Martin. I'm an executive director with 31 Gifts. And if you're on the call with us tonight, you are either in my lineage or you're in Beth's lineage.
Yes. And I am Beth Reed. I'm down in Tampa, Florida. And I am also an executive director with 31.
And both of us have been with the company for quite a while. So this is my 10th year. 10th January with 31 kind of blows my mind. It's a long time. All right, so why recruit, ladies? We're going to talk a little bit about why recruiting is important. So the heart of our business is sharing the opportunity. I want you all to think about why you joined 31. When you joined 31, someone asked you. And are you thankful that that person asked you? Absolutely. Were you offended when they asked you? I bet you weren't. So we're going to talk a little bit about those feelings and things that we've had when we were asked to join, because some of those things that we think about that block us from wanting to recruit are actually just things that are in our mind and in our heads, and they are keeping us from sharing the opportunity with others and allowing them to receive the blessings and things that we have received with this business. So there's lots of reasons to recruit. The number one reason to recruit is a higher income. And we're going to show you what that looks like in a little while.
Big time. Yeah.
Big time. The other thing is you get to really feel the pride of your recruits' successes. So as you grow a team, you know, it makes me so happy to be able to see and share with these women the success, meet their goals and things. It's so exciting to see those things. So that's another reason to recruit. Promoting into leadership. Ladies, leadership in 31 is completely where it's at. The perks that we get from being leaders with this company are outrageous. One of my favorite things that I have ever done was the leadership summit that we got to go to this past November. It was absolutely amazing. Beth is getting ready to go soon. I know that some of you other ladies have already been. But national conference, the experiences that we have there, the perks that we get for being leaders. You know, we have these Celebrate and Connect meetings that are going to be starting back here very soon in the month of March. And as a leader, we get additional income. We actually get paid in business supplies to do those trainings. So other perks of leadership. The incentives we earn. Oh my goodness. I don't know, some of you all may have seen, I just got back from Disney World a week and a half ago. I took my son, my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my niece, and my husband for 7 days to Disney World, and that was 100% on 31 because of recruiting. But then I've also been on many leadership incentive trips. I'm working on the next leadership incentive now. I really am excited to take my husband to the Bahamas. And Beth, you've been on some of the trips and things too. What are some of the perks of leadership that you want to share with them, Beth?
You know, I think a couple of my favorite things were Leadership University at home office. Really small group and total behind the scenes, which if you guys have never had the opportunity to do like a home office tour or something like that, it's really an incredible experience. And Director Day at conference is always one of my favorite parts of conference because they really talk to us about like really what's going on in the business, stuff that they don't talk about in general sessions with the whole field. So that to me is part of my favorite. I mean, trips are fun and all that too, but I really like the kind of backstage of 31 and hearing kind of the heart from the corporate side.
I was thinking about Directors Day too, and just getting to go a little bit early and spend time with the leaders and just the friendships and things that I have made with other 31 consultants. I mean, Beth and I actually had known each other for years and hadn't met in person except for one flash flyby at conference 3 years ago. And then 2 years ago, we started doing our December planning sessions. And so, the friendships that you make with this company are amazing. And just, I think that you build deeper relationships in leadership with this company too. All right. So those are some of the reasons why I recruit. So what are some of the things that stop us from recruiting? Beth, do you want to talk a little bit about this?
Yeah, I think that often, especially if you've not really recruited people before, you really have a big fear of feeling like you're being pushy, or feeling like you're bothering them, or feeling like, oh my gosh, what if they say no? What if they're judging me? What if they think direct sales is silly? What if, all these little what ifs that go on in your head. But try and think back to when you started. Odds are you didn't look at your upline that, has now become your upline, your mentor, your sponsor in 31, and think, oh my God, I can't believe they asked me to do this. That's ridiculous. I have no interest in this. So, yeah, granted, not everybody that you ask is going to say yes. That's life. But the ones that do make it 100% worthwhile. And you kind of have to just get over yourself a little bit, because people do this for all kinds of reasons. So don't prejudge and assume just because somebody has 6 kids, or just because somebody has some big giant full-time job that they make a ton of money at. Don't assume that this wouldn't be for them, because people join for so many different things. Maybe they just want the sisterhood. So that's, there's like blue lines appearing on the screen. I don't know why, Marika, and that's really weird. Oh, it's like you're drawing.
You know what? I'm not even touching the screen. I bet that is something that might have happened when I was creating this PowerPoint.
Oh, funny.
I was writing down the names of the participants so that we can do our drawing later.
Perfect.
Yeah. But I agree with Beth. We are so scared of hearing the word no. There was something that I heard, and I believe it actually was at Leadership University at a home office a while back, and it really, really made me think about offering the opportunity in a different way. Someone said, offering the opportunity is kind of like someone a stick of gum. We're going to always offer someone a stick of gum if we pull one out, because we're going to feel rude if we don't offer, right? You've got a stick of gum in your hand and you're putting gum in your mouth and there's somebody sitting beside you. You're going to offer them that stick of gum. But if they say no, we're not going to be like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe that they did not want my stick of gum. Oh my gosh, how rude are they? They wouldn't take my stick of gum. We're never going to feel like that, are we?
No, and you're not going to be embarrassed for offering either.
Absolutely. Yeah. And it's the same thing.
What my upline once said to me one time was, basically, how dare you not offer it? Because look at what it's done for your life. Yeah. And are you really going to keep that secret to yourself when this could change somebody's world? I mean, both Marika and I could tell you this has changed our world.
Oh, yeah.
And I know a ton of people in the exact same situation where you never, ever, ever would have thought that 31 could affect literally every aspect of your life. In amazing ways. I would never have guessed that when I said, oh yeah, I want that kit because that's a really good deal and I want my name on some bags. Never would have thought that 9 years later, this would be my life. I mean, oh my God, it's amazing.
Absolutely. So it's the same thing as offering that stick of gum. If they say no, just means they don't want it right now. It's not a big deal. You'll still offer it again to them later if you see them again, right? So until they say, hey, I hate gum, I don't ever want gum, don't offer it to me again. So just a little something to keep in your mind when you're thinking about offering the opportunity. Don't be scared. It's not a big deal. No doesn't hurt. So some other thoughts that might change your mindset. Our commission and stats. So Beth and I are going to be very bold this evening, and we are going to share with you all our statistics and commission from the month of December. The ability to help someone else get what they want. I mean, I think to me, that's one of the most amazing things. I see Judy Ferris sitting right here, and I every time just think of her saying, I just want to buy some Wii games for my grandbabies. And I know how this opportunity has changed her life. And there are so many other women out there that 31 has helped them get what they want. And the opportunity to focus on others. It's so nice sometimes to take it off of ourselves and be able to help others and to focus on others to help them get what they want. It's your gift to offer the opportunity. It is their choice to accept or decline it. So just a few thoughts. All right, are you ready? So here are our December statistics. This is really one of the biggest reasons why you want to do leadership. So I'm going to share mine, and then Beth will share hers. And you'll see it's really interesting. We've got some things that are similar and some things that are different, and the numbers change, and it doesn't matter where it's at. So you need to be offering the opportunity and teaching your recruits to offer the opportunity too, because it goes all the way down the chain. So we're going to start with me. So I have 5 directors. I had 5 directors in December. I had 1 recruit. I had 5 personal parties. I have 15 PICAs in December, 18 QSCs, qualified sales consultants. I have 48 people on my team. My lineage size is 1,299. My team had 3 recruits. My team had a total of 40 parties. My personal sales were $4,286. My team sold $30,755. My senior director volume, so as a senior director, so just me and my G1 and G2 was $110,280. And my executive director volume, the whole group that I'm paid on, my G1, G2, and G3, was $192,247. So as a consultant, just on the $4,286 that I sold, I would have made $1,072. Because I promoted into leadership, I made much more than that. Just as a director, I would have made $3,585. As a senior director, I would have made $6,635. But as an executive director, I made $7,250 just in the month of December. And y'all, that is not including the bonuses that we got from the incentive that they were offering for our team sales that we had for leaders only. Some of you all might not even know about that. So there were additional incentives that were added in on top of that. So there's my stats. Beth, let's share yours.
Yeah. So, So I also had 5 directors in the month of December. At our ED level, we need 4 to maintain our title. So both Marika and I had 5. I had 3 recruits in December, which was super exciting because I wasn't sure I was going to have any in December. But so that was great. I closed out 4 parties. I had 8 PICAs, 13 QSCs. My total Gen Zero size was 86 people, and my total lineage size was 1,463 people. My team had a total of 5 recruits and closed out a total of 61 parties. My personal sales were considerably lower than Marika's. They were 2,756, and my team sales were 41,518. So my SDV was the 167,531, and my full volume on everybody I'm paid on was $311,898. So as a consultant, I would have made $689. You know, enough to make a car payment or your kids, you know, school tuition, whatever, which is great. Because I chose leadership at a director level, where I paid at a director level, it would have been $1,950. Where I paid at a senior director level, it would have been $9,334. And because I'm an executive director, it was $10,193 for my December commission. And one thing to notice, did you guys see that the jump in pay is really between director and senior director? That's your biggest jump. And that's true throughout the entire compensation plan. So even as people promote to SED and NED, the jumps are not as great. It's that jump from senior director to executive that is where the paycheck really because if you look at the difference between what my senior director would have been and what my executive director was, it's not that big a difference. Same thing with Marikins, but the difference from director to senior is huge.
It's huge.
So that's something really interesting with our compensation plan, with the way they work it.
Absolutely. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why you want to teach your recruits to recruit, because if everyone's not recruiting, then the numbers don't grow. So it's really important to be deep, have a strong team, and make sure that everyone is recruiting. So, all right. So now we're going to talk a little bit more about sharing the opportunity. So you guys can really see the benefit now of recruiting, can't you? Kind of embarrassing to show those statistics, kind of throws you off a little bit, but sharing the opportunity, you're able to share what you believe with someone who will benefit. You can get anything you want out of life if you just help enough people get what they want. Zig Ziglar said that, and it is absolutely true. The more you help others, the more blessings will come back to you. I'm going to let you take it for a minute, Beth.
Okay. So really, like Marikan was just saying, you need to think about what it can do for them, not think about what it's going to do for your paycheck. Because yes, recruiting is going to help your paycheck. That has been proven time and time again. That's just how this industry works. But don't think about that. Don't focus on that. Think about your girlfriend who is trying to make her car payment, or who is trying to get to stay home with her kids but still bring in some income to help out the family. Think about those things, or think about your girlfriend that works all the time at a job she doesn't love and just needs a little time to herself, a little girl time, a little time to get away, to do something fun, to meet some new people. If you start thinking about them, it's so much easier to not take it personally when you do get a no, or when you do get a not right now, because you know that the people you're helping bring into this business are really, really there because they want something from it, because they want to get something out of it, and you're helping them do that, and that's a really good feeling.
Absolutely. So offer the opportunity to everyone. So just like Beth was saying, you just don't know. There could be a lawyer out there that is absolutely miserable in their job. And as a matter of fact, if you were at our product premiere, you know that one of the ladies that we heard from at the product premiere is an attorney. So just because someone has what we consider a high-paying job does not mean that they might not be interested in the 31 opportunity. Do not prejudge. Offer to everyone. Someone may join just to get over their fear of public speaking or to meet new people. I have a lot of consultants that their number one reason for being consultants is to meet new people and to get out of the house. Just the girl time is what they were really after. So don't believe the stereotypes for this business. It is not just that stay-at-home mom that has kids. As a matter of fact, my son was 3 years old when I started this, and I was a school teacher. Beth had a completely different job when she started with 31. So there are no stereotypes as to who might enjoy 31 or enjoy the opportunity. Don't prejudge. Share with everyone.
Yeah, let me share something really quick. I had a girlfriend who was a good friend of mine who joined my team maybe 5 years ago. She's no longer with us anymore, which is okay. But she joined literally because she wanted to get better about talking in front of people, because she really had this strong calling and this passion that she wanted to go help other women who had gone through late term miscarriages like she had gone through, but she was terrified of speaking to people, like getting up in a crowd and doing that. And so she thought this, she'd been a hostess, and she thought this might be a good way to kind of get her feet wet with talking in front of a crowd and, you know, getting more comfortable in her own skin in that manner. And she's since left 31, and she is pursuing her passion, and she really thinks that this helped her. Being able to do this helped her get to the place where she was comfortable enough, especially to get up and talk about something so personal and so, oh my gosh, so close to her heart. And so, you know, not everybody that joins your team is going to stay forever. 31 is oftentimes a launch pad for people as opposed to a landing pad. And that's totally okay. For Marika and I, it's been a landing pad. This is where we are. This is where our heart is. But you're going to have a lot of people come and go from your team, because a lot of businesses like this, people have a season in them and then they move on to something else. And that's another thing that you can't take personally. You can't let that hurt your heart if somebody decides that they're moving on to something else. Sorry, total side note. I always go off slide on you, Marika, and I'm sorry.
Oh, you're great. I have a friend that says, we're not a cult. People can leave whenever they want to. So I always think of it that way. So some tips for offering the opportunity. You don't have to be pushy. It's as simple as saying, hey, have you ever thought about doing what I do? And then just listen. You don't have to say anything else. Just listen. And make someone want to say yes or get more information. So notice how I said that. Hey, have you ever thought about doing what I do? That gives them the opportunity to speak instead of a yes or no answer. You don't ever want to give them questions that are going to either be yes or no, because the answer will always be no. So, hey, so I see that you really enjoy being out this evening and you're having a really great time with the products. Have you ever thought about doing 31? You know, something like that. Or, you know, I heard you say that you really would love to have this product, but you don't have enough money this month. Have you ever thought about a part-time job? Mm-hmm. So just some other ways that you can offer it. So listen for reasons for why someone might want to join. Anyone that's telling you that they want everything in the catalog, anyone that tells you that they just so much love the time that they get to have with others, anyone that is really good and has a great time on Facebook and is really energetic. They might be a great person to join and do Facebook sales and live parties on Facebook. You just never know. Someone that is looking to pay for a vacation, someone that just wants to have fun, someone that needs extra income, someone that needs a sense of belonging. I have a really good friend right now that really wants to join 31, and she's struggling with whether or not she's going to be comfortable because she has a hard time being around other people. And so I think 31 would be a great opportunity for her to get out and get to be around other people, but not feel smothered. So for her, it is about the sense of belonging. It might be the products. You just never know what their reasons might be. So all of those are things that you can look for.
Yeah, and definitely you don't need to be pushy. Like even on my Google form that I do in my online parties, I have a question on there about recruiting, and it says something like, hey, if you promise not to stalk me, I admit I've been curious about the business opportunity. And then it has the check boxes for, yeah, you know, I'll check it out, or, hey, yeah, tell me more, or I think I know somebody that might be interested. So different choices like that, but it's just kind of put in a fun way, not just like straight in your face, like, hey, want to join my cult? Because, you know, nobody wants that. So make it fun.
So we've already talked a little bit about the don't be afraid to hear no. Even if they say no the first time, don't be afraid to ask again, because their situation could change. You never know. I have had consultants that I have been talking to for years, and after 4 or 5 years, they may eventually join. So until they tell you they are not interested, they don't want to hear about it anymore, they absolutely do not want to sell those dang bags, keep asking, because you never know when their situation might change and 31 might be the right thing for them. For most people, it takes 7 offers. Can you believe that? 7 offers to get a yes. We give up after 2 or 3. So keep asking. When you change the way that you think about recruiting, you'll change the results. And so that's one of the things that we really wanted you all to hear this evening, is, you know, it doesn't hurt to hear the word no. There's lots of reasons. It's an easy thing to ask, but you have to change your thinking and not let those no's hurt you, or not let the fear of rejection bother you, or not let your prejudged idea of who a great 31 consultant might be keep you from asking, because you never know who the next best consultant or the next leader might be you recruit. All right, Beth, I'm going to let you start on this one. Beth has done some awesome graphics, y'all.
Oh, I don't know about awesome, but they're there. Okay, so there's really, you can break it down into 2 potential types of recruits. Either somebody who has shown interest, meaning maybe you met them at a party and they said, ooh, what's the kit? Tell me the deal with that. Or if you get home office leads, they came through as a home office lead, or it's somebody you met at a vendor event, or it's a friend that's been asking you questions about what you do. That's your first type. Your second type is somebody who just maybe through cues of things they said that weren't directly related to the business, or even just somebody who you think, oh my gosh, this person would rock this. That's your second type. They're just somebody you want as a team member. They've maybe never said, oh yeah, I might be interested in doing that, but they're on your radar. So we're going to look at kind of a path that you could take either type 1 or type 2 through, as far as getting them on board your team, if that's the right need for them.
So one of the very first things that we always want to do when we talk to someone about joining is to offer them a recruiting packet. So we wanted to share with you all just a very simple recruiting packet that you can put together if you want to use a recruiting packet. I hand out my recruiting packet at a little different time than Beth does, and we'll share that with you. But a recruiting packet should have a page in it with your 31 story. It is as simple as just typing up what you say at your parties. An opportunity brochure, one of these, a catalog, one of these, the career path, and we'll provide you a copy of that, the values flyer, so that people understand what 31 really stands for, and a paper copy of the application. That paper copy of the application can be very, very important. So I give this recruiting packet to my people when I sit down with them one-on-one to talk to them about the opportunity. Otherwise, I just hand out an opportunity brochure at a party and say, hey, take a look at this, and I'm going to call you and we're going to talk about it later. Beth hands out her opportunity packets right away. Right, Beth?
I do. As soon as somebody's expressed interest, I want to get an opportunity packet in their hands because they're really cute. Mine have little ribbons tied on them. They're adorable. And, you know, my why story, I want them to have that. I want them to have all this stuff because I want them to get excited. And I also put the personal goals worksheet in there as well, in mine. So I want them to kind of start thinking about this stuff. And the income disclosure statement goes in mine as well. So Marika and I do it a little bit differently. There's really no right or wrong. These are the basics. And then if there's other stuff that you feel strongly that they should have, then that's 100% okay. This is your business. Do with it what you want.
Absolutely. This is just a little guideline. All right. So here's the system. Beth, you want to go through it since you shared with them about the 2 types of people?
Sure. Okay, so this is for somebody who has actually shown interest in the business through whatever means that you've been talking to them. So you're going to give them a recruiting packet. And I guess this is really more my system since you're giving them a packet first. But you're going to give them a recruiting packet. And then once they've had a chance to look at that. So if you're mailing it, you want to give them a few days to make sure they've received it and all that. If you're physically handing it to them at a party, give them a day or two, and then you want to follow up with a call. If you know for sure it's somebody who's really more of a texter, go ahead and text them. That's okay too. It really, if you know enough about the person to know their preferred method of communication, some people are all about text and they don't want to pick up the phone, and maybe they're at work and it's too hard to talk on the phone, whatever. But either way, that's all good. So talk to them, try and see what they thought of it, see what they think of the catalog, see what they think of the kits. Oh my gosh, do you have a favorite? Do you like the black and white, or do you like the colorful one? What's more your style? Get a sense of where they're at. If then they don't join right away, which they'd be crazy not to, but if they don't, then you're going to follow up with this little text. And I created kind of a little bit colorful branded. It's still mostly words. I didn't put pictures or anything in it because it can go with you from catalog to catalog. But we're going to provide you with this little image text so that you can send them that really talks about the benefits of 31. Once you've sent that, your next step is going to be to invite them to an opportunity, whether it's in person, if you have one going on in your local area, or if you want to sit down with them one-on-one and talk about the opportunity. I mean, you can literally use that opportunity booklet to go through it. You don't have to know a whole ton about it because all the answers are in there. So it could be that you're sitting down with them in person, right? It could be that you're inviting them. 31 does opportunity events online really, really regularly, or it could be that you're inviting them to one that Marieke or I, as your leadership team are doing. Either way, it's a great place to get them to kind of see the bigger picture, to hear from other people besides just yourself, if it's the case of Marieke and I's thing or the 31 thing, and to just get more information, get their questions answered.
Absolutely.
After that, you're going to want to follow up with them and see what they thought of it. What did you think of what was said at the opportunity event? What did you think of, all the Startswell information you got? What do you think of some of these perks and benefits? Could you see yourself doing this? And then at that point, they're either going to sign or they're not. And if they don't, then you're going to move them to the longer term follow-up plan. And you guys, I know, like on screen, on paper, whatever, this looks like a lot of steps. And if you're looking at it and going, OMG, I'm wicked overwhelmed, I can't do this, trust me when I tell you, you can. Because all this stuff is really put together for you. You're not reinventing the wheel. You're not like writing a big script from scratch. We're giving you all this stuff, and all you're doing is just hitting the buttons and making it happen and making that connection and building that relationship, which is really, that's the only part that we can't really do for you, is that relationship building. And that is super crucial, but it's not difficult.
Absolutely. All right. So the next one is for someone who's shown interest, who has not shown interest, but that you think would be good. So you chose them. So I'll go through this one, Beth, because I know sometimes you talk for a while and you need a break. So it's very, very similar. The only real difference here is that you are going to say to them, hey, whether it be in person or through a text message, I think you're amazing, and I truly think you would be great at what I do. And people are absolutely flattered when you tell them that. So, and then some people will be like, oh no, definitely not for me. And you decide at that point whether or not you're going to continue them in the follow-up. And if they're like, yeah, maybe I would be good at this, then you can give them a recruiting packet, give them an opportunity brochure, and continue on with the process. The rest of this is exactly the same. A follow-up call, give them a recruiting packet, another follow-up, send them out that text message that Beth was talking about, that gives them some ideas about why they want to be a 31 consultant. It's actually, we had this great little saying about how you're going to make your mark on the world, because with 31, you really can make a mark on the world and truly become the person that you never thought that you could be. So, and then invite them to the opportunity group. A personal meeting. I love a personal meeting or a phone call after an opportunity event if I'm not meeting with them one-on-one. And then again, either sign them up or move them to the next follow-up system. So again, it might look like a lot, but it's really not. It's a very simple process, and it's probably a process that you never really thought about in terms of being steps. You probably just naturally were already doing all of those things. So we're going to share a little bit more about some of the ways to contact. So we have some postcards. Beth and I use postcards for some of our follow-up because people like to get all sorts of mail, but we know that not everyone likes to use postcards. So we took those postcards and turned some of them into texts that you can just send out. You can also use Red Stamp, personal phone calls, personal meetings, private messaging on Facebook. I have so many people that is the number one way that I contact them nowadays is through a private message on Facebook. I even love to do the little voice video clips. Beth taught me about this. You just kind of push the button and record your voice and send it to them that way. It's a great way for them to hear your passion while not making them have to get on the phone.
Oh my gosh, my dog just scared me. The other thing I love too, if any of you guys are on Marco Polo, that's really fun too. And if you download it, you can automatically see who in your contacts is using it already. It's an app on your phone, but basically it's kind of like a video walkie-talkie. So you can record a message for somebody and they can watch it and record something back. And your phone will pop you up an alert if somebody is making you a message. So you might even catch them live. You can't talk back and forth live to them. You're still recording a message, but you can see when they're viewing it and all that kind of stuff. I Marco Polo with a lot of people, and it's just kind of fun. And it's quicker than typing something out or anything like that. You don't have to try and catch them on the phone. You can just leave them a message and it'll sit there until they get around to watching it. So it's fun.
Awesome idea. All right, so this is a little bit about making the opportunity event. I am not going to go through all of this with you all because we actually have a handout for you all that we're going to share with you later. But what I do want to talk about is what to say to people. So first, let me back up and share with you all what Beth and I are working on. So you all have all seen the Facebook opportunity events where we go in and we post messages and we post about the opportunity and we share that way, and we invite people into the event and we work as a team to help recruit. It's a fabulous, fabulous plan and it works really well. The only problem with it is after it's over, and you have to wait until the next opportunity event in order for someone to be able to see and learn all of that information again. So I was talking to one of my home office coaches back in November, Heidi Thorpe, and Heidi said, "Hey, Marican, I have learned about this new way to do opportunity events through another direct sales company, and I think it would be a great thing for you to try," because we were talking about the different opportunity events. And I do live opportunity events also. I know you probably all are familiar with Mary Kay's, "Hey, come join me for a meeting." And, you know, at the beginning of our Better Together meetings or our Celebrate and Connect meetings, you can have people come and we can talk about the opportunity there. It's a great thing to do. But this live opportunity event that Heidi taught me about or shared with me, no one else really is doing it. But she was telling me how this other direct sales company was using it. It is a group on Facebook. And once a week or once every 2 weeks, a consultant will get on for 15 minutes, just 15 minutes, share their 31 story, why they joined 31, and then use the opportunity brochure, this right here, and walk through the opportunity and the information in here, and then help to answer questions. And then those videos stay there in that group. So if you invite someone in to the group, they can go back and watch all of the other videos that have been there. We'll have some of the 31 files saved in the group as well. The files will consist of the information about the kits and what's in the kit. Information with some of the FAQs and things like that will be there, but they'll be in files. There's not going to be a whole lot of talk going on and lots of back and forth. The only people that will be able to post in the group will be the administrators, because we want it to stay a clean group so that when someone comes in, they'll be able to find those videos and watch them easily, and they'll be able to find the information about the opportunity. Everyone will be able to comment when someone's on live and comment on the live videos, but posting additional information into the group or asking questions into the group is not what we want. We want them to come back to you, the person who invited them, to ask and answer their questions. So this is a new type of opportunity that we wanted to share with you all. We have the group set up. It's down here at the bottom of this page. It's called the Girlfriend's Side Gig. And then the last part of it is, oh goodness, my brain just left. Yeah, join the So Girlfriend's Side Gig, join the hustle. So we thought that was kind of a fun way. Instead of saying, hey, 31 Opportunity Group, we would give it a cute name that also might be able to grab some people that just see it and are like, hey, what's that? So, so here are some ways that you can share. This first script is for you to share with other team members, to let them know that we're going to be having this group and to invite them to invite their potential recruits. So, hey Amber, I would love for you to participate in our opportunity group where you can invite your potential recruits to join a live Facebook opportunity event to see what 31 is all about. We'll share the opportunity brochure, answer questions, and help you get a yes, I want to join now. Here's the link to the group. Remember to invite your potential recruits. So if you have team members already, you can share that with them and invite them to join. And then our next script here is for you to use to invite your potential recruits to the group. So hi Blair, I invited you to join me on Facebook tonight to learn more about my career. I want you on my team. From the first time I met you, I thought you'd be a great consultant. Have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? Please join me to see if 31 might be a good fit for you. And then I actually added one more thing on the Word document that we're going to give you all with the script on it. And the last thing that I added says, would you like the link? So it opens it up to a question. You do not want to post that link to them until they say, yes, I would like for you to invite me. And when they say yes, you can put them in the group and then you can give them the link to the group at that point. So
yeah, please don't just add people to the group without their permission. Please, 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 pretty please, with sugar on top. Don't do that. It's bad Facebook etiquette, and it's things like that are part of the reasons that sometimes people have a less than fabulous perception of direct sales, is because they're tired of being added to groups they didn't ask to be in. I know I get added to groups every single freaking day, and I'm over it. So let's don't add to the clutter. Let's invite, not kidnap, please.
Absolutely. Invite, not kidnap. Okay, so Beth, what's our call to action?
Our call to action is, I don't know, get a recruit. What's our call to action? Get in the group. Let's make some stuff happen.
Join the group. Make your list of recruits, y'all. And we plan to do our first live opportunity event on the 29th. There may be a test event sometime between now and then. So if you're in the group, you might see one pop up. But we are planning to do the actual first live event next Monday night. Have we set a time on it yet, Beth?
If we did, I didn't write it down.
Yeah, I don't have it written either. So I don't think we set a time on it yet, but we will post it.
8:30.
And when we get the banner, the correct banner set up for that group, the banner will actually have the time of the live opportunity event posted on for you guys too.
Right. And y'all know we got this whole dollar enrollment thing going on, right? Everybody's aware of that. So people can actually join for $1. I mean, yeah, who doesn't have a spare dollar? And here's the best part of that is if somebody joins for $1, they can go buy the $99 kit later. They just got to contact home office, because I have a girl who didn't quite have the 99 together. So she joined for the $1 when that first opened up. And her plan is with her first commission check to go back and pick one of those two $99 kits. But in the meantime, she's able to start her business and start doing some online sales. And she was a customer. So she's got some products, and they might be retired, but people can still see, oh, this is what a large utility tote is. Got it. Here's the new prints. So that's always definitely an option that we have right now. So don't discount that $1 kit, because there is the opportunity for them to go ahead and get that $99 down the road.
Absolutely. All right, so we want to open it up for you all to ask questions. So I'm going to go ahead and unmute, and the noise is all going to come back. And if you all have questions, please please ask. We want to hear your questions. And I also want to make sure that I have everyone that was on tonight, because we are doing a drawing. One of you all that was on to give away.
It's really hard to hear.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're saying, Marican. Okay, if you don't have a question and you have background noise, go ahead and mute yourself.
Yeah, somebody's got a video on. Just go ahead and mute yourself, and if you want to talk, you can ask us in the chat at the bottom.
Yeah, there is a chat box, the little bubble looking chat window. If you have questions that way, that's great too.
All right, so, I have Valerie, Darlene, Erica, Judy Ferris. I have a phone number. I do not know who this is, so I need you to either tell me out loud or tell me in the chat number. 304-913-5058. I need you to so that I can get your name in the box.
Marican, that's me. It's Melinda Connor.
Thanks, Melinda. Okay, I have Christine, Renee, Juliana, Liz, Lee. I have another phone number, 919-200-3030. Does anybody know who that is? Anybody?
No.
Right.
This is Rebecca Yount.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Somebody in the chat asked about the values flyer. That was on TOT. I don't know for sure if it still is, but I have a copy of it because I include that in my recruiting packet. So we can post it to the groups if anybody wants to use it. It's all 12, or all the cute little colorful values, all just on one page on a single sheet, landscape mode. So I will post that to my group, or Marican can do the same.
Yes. And I am going to grab that link for you all and stick it here in the box. We are also going to post this, I suppose we'll be posting it to our team page, right, Dad?
Yep.
Yeah. So you'll be able to see it there. But if you actually go in and search girlfriends side gig, you're going to find it. Because we are the only people with a silly name like that. And that's one of the other reasons that we gave it a silly name like that, was because we wanted to make sure that we were going to be able to be found. So here is the actual link. I'm going to post it right over here on the side. Y'all can grab it, click on it, and it'll take you to the group right now, and you can ask to join, and we will accept it. I'm trying to read through the comments.
I got it. We're just staring at Liz because she didn't know she'd be on camera. So we're just everyone look at Liz. Just from the nose
up. Chris, the idea, oh yes, I would love to share it. So you all are probably going to see this in a little mini video clip from me later in the week, but I was talking with a very amazing friend of mine the other day. She is a former top recruiter for Avon, and she gave me this fabulous idea about this catalog right here. She said, why don't you offer to sell someone the catalog for $1 and then have them go through the catalog and mark it up and write the names of their friends that might like this product. Like, I absolutely know that my sister-in-law is going to be in love with this right here. And so I would put her name on this and find 10 different people and write their names on them, and then share it with those people and say, hey, hey Vanessa, I just know that this will be perfect for home games, for football and all of that stuff that you do with your kids, soccer and all of that. I thought you would love it. Would you be interested in it? And see if they can get up $600 to $1,200 in orders. Once they get those orders together, not before, but after they gather those orders with just the catalog and the link to the catalog, then they will turn around and take that $1 and use it to sign themselves up as a 31 consultant for $1, immediately put in their $600 or $1,200 party, which will then in turn give them commission, hostess benefits, and their start swell if they hit $500 in free product. And then just like you were saying, Beth, if they wanted to turn around and buy the kit at that point, they could once their commission comes in, or they could just use the Start Swell gift certificate to buy their product. So instead of signing them up right away, sell the catalog for $1 and let them go take up orders to see how easy it really is to sell 31 before they actually join. So that's the idea that Chris was asking about. That's going to be kind
Hey,
of...
that reminds me of another of my favorite perks of leadership is that we get to buy the kits. If we qualified with recruits 3 of the 6 months leading up to the kit, we as leaders get to buy that kit. So we got to pick, do we want the black and white or do we want the color? So that's super fun. I mean, I kind of like getting all those products at a discount all over again. So that's another little perk. And I know my leaders, I believe, all took advantage of that as well.
All right, does anyone else have any other questions? Beth, I have a list here, and I have it numbered 1 through 12. We had 12 people on with us live this evening. Why don't you number from 1 to 12, and I'll tell you all who's going to win some Happy Mail.
I'm going to pick lucky number 7.
Number 7, and that would be Janae.
Yay! And she's not even on anymore because she's doing a party right now. So, party.
So that's okay. Janae, you will have some fabulous Happy Mail on the way to you. Thank you all so much for joining us. We hope that you all learned something and that you'll be able to take this opportunity training with you to share the opportunity with others. Y'all have a great night. Thank you.
Good night, ladies.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.